Alex, how are you, bud?
Good, how are you?
Good. What department are you in?
Operations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Have a seat. So at work, there's a lot of situations where we go out with an individual. We become friends with them at work. Can you share a story about a time when you went out with a friend at work?
Yeah, so one of the more memorable times is when I went out with Ben and Mo. When we first started, Mo was actually a newer employee, and me and Ben and her kicked it off pretty well at first. And we decided to go out to lunch at a Mexican restaurant, and that was just a really fun day because I really got to know her, and that was the first time I had really gone out with Ben to get to know him. And we sat outside in the patio. It was a super nice day, and it was a good start for me as far as opening up with some of the other people that I work with and stuff like that.
Absolutely. There's times that, when we're at work, we have this image that we have to hold. And when we go out to an environment like that where we can just really get to know people and let that shield kind of down and open that up.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Another question I have for you is, in a situation with a carrier or customer, is there a noteworthy experience that you dealt with, being in operations and all, that happened that you can share?
Yeah, actually just on Friday I had one of my more interesting experiences. So they had a big festival going down at the city, and I forgot what it was called. It's like the biggest Hispanic festival that they have in the U.S., I guess. And I had no idea about this, but we actually had carrier. They had their truck in a storage because they're not from Chicago. They didn't have a yard or anything, so they're storing it. And that happened to be exactly where that festival was going on. So unfortunately, they couldn't make the delivery on Friday, and they just were stuck there by police order. They were not letting anyone come out of this facility. And so we had to get with the customer, and they couldn't believe it either. They've never heard of this at all, being from the west side. So yeah, that was actually pretty interesting to have to deal with. I've never had to deal with anything like that before. So.
Right. Yeah, those situations can really shut you down.
Yeah, definitely.
And here at Becker Logistics, we do a lot of corporate events. Can you remember a time at one of these corporate events, what was unique?
Yeah, I remember when we went to the Cougars game. That was really fun when we all went there.
That was fun.
That was another time that I really got to see kind of a different side of a lot of the people that I work with, and it was really cool to be able to open up and have a couple beers with them, and yeah, just kind of let loose a little bit in a different environment. That was a really fun night.
Yeah, and you're a car guy, right? Don't you like cars?
Yeah,
what do you drive?
My car. I drive a Mustang 5.0.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
really
thing's
fun.
always super black and shiny.
Yeah, I try to keep it cleaner than yours.
Yeah, absolutely. You do. I look at yours and I'm like, holy cow, I need to get mine clean.
Yeah.
So you do a good job on that. Well,
Thanks.
thank you. I appreciate all you do here at Becker.
Thank you.